Hello dear students, I am Prabhat Dubey, your BST teacher from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar. As you know that today we will start the second chapter of your BST syllabus, which is Principles of Management. In this chapter we will discuss different aspects of the Principles of Management. Before starting this chapter, I would like to provide you a recap of the first chapter in which we discussed about the management. What is the need of management in any institution? How to manage the workforce? What type of functions are devised? What is the exact nature of management? Management is a science, arts, or a profession? Why coordination is needed in a institution or organization where people of different backgrounds, different culture, different religion, different nationality are working. So, what type of skills are necessary in top level and middle level management to manage, frame policies, organize, direct, control, and recruit capable and efficient employees who can make the company achieve the goal with efficiency and effectiveness. Now we will focus on the first chapter, second chapter, that is principles of management. So what are principles? As a definition is being given in your book, that is, a principle refers to a statement which reflects the fundamental truth about some phenomenon based on cause and effect relation. So, as you study the principles in science, which can be checked, there is a cause and effect relationship. Any principle of science is to be checked in the experiment that is done in the laboratory. But in the same manner, the management principles are not universal, as we discussed during our discussion on the nature of management. Management principles are universal, but their application, their execution is different. So, on this basis, there is a difference between science and management. That's why management is called an inexact science. Now, we will see the second definition. What are management principles? Management principles are broad and general guidelines, as it is mentioned in the first bullet point. Management principles are broad and general guidelines for decision making and behavior of managers. What are the skills that are needed in any manager for decision making? Sound understanding of the business process, proper educational background, rational thinking, and proper mindset is also needed. If any person is very highly educated, properly trained, it doesn't mean that he will take proper decision at right time. Now, different persons have different types of mindset. Their psychology is different. Some persons are motivated by negative mindsets. So, positive framework is very much needed for any decision making. If you are biased, your opinion is inspired by some unacceptable thinking, unacceptable violations, then your decision will never be proper. Okay. So, broad and general guidelines, specific guidelines are made by the chairman, by the founder of that institution or organization. Okay. The founder makes it clear what is our ideology, what is the mission and vision of the company. So any of the employee who is working in any organization always need to stick to that guideline. This will always pave you the forward way, how to take decision as per the company policies, what type of decision is needed at a particular time. And behavior of managers. Managers are very responsible person in any institutions. So their behavior should always motivate the team. If the manager is also involved in any unwanted activity, then what type of message is being transferred to the lower order employees? You have to prove that you are worthy enough to lead a team. If you are a leader, if you are a manager, or you are an administrator, you have to set example for others. The members who are following you should always be motivated by your personality, your decision making, your knowledge, your behavior, your etiquettes, your manners. Okay. So this is a very responsible job, as you can find that in your family as well. The head of your family, your father or your grandfather, always need to follow some principles while in your home. They are doing in a proper manner the things. They are just setting an example for the children. If the senior persons and the elders at your home are behaving in a gentle manner, there is a proper degree of respect to the elders and love for the younger ones, then the children will always imbibe this quality. You don't need to make them learn these things. They will watch you and they will start copying it. In the same manner, in the organization, the behavior of the manager, their mindset, their ideologies are reflected in the team. So a team is as good the leader is. Okay, and here business manager is the leader. So you can understand, to lead a team of different diverse background is the most challenging job. So it is expected from the business manager to possess the necessary skills. Okay, then only he can set proper example for the workers, for the juniors, for the subordinates. Now we will compare management principle and pure science principles. What are the differences? What are the similarities? So there is a comparative analysis. On your book, there is a tabular comparative analysis is given. So the person who are having this book should focus on the first point. In this, the flexibility and rigid structure of pure science and management principles are compared. Management principles are very flexible, while the principles of science are rigid. You can understand that management principles are not universal. Any person who is taking a proper decision in any company always inspired by or always impacted by the environment that is surrounding that company. Even in the pharma sector, in manufacturing sector as well, in advertising, the advertisements are made as per the taste of the people, as per their culture, as per the technological and social environment that is surrounding that company. Some signals, some gestures connote some different meaning in one country, while in other country that is taken positively, in some country it is taken negatively. Different symbols, different symbolic representation, even words differ in their meaning in different countries, while the scientific principles are universal. That's why science principles are called rigid, while management principles are flexible. It depends on the mentality of the decision maker and the circumstances, the political atmosphere. At that, we studied that management is a dynamic process. It inculcates all the happenings, all the scenarios that is prevalent in the modern time. It keeps changing. The decision that is taken by a business manager in current scenario after 20 years, it is not same, because the political environment, the technology, the taste of the people will be changed. The second point, management principles are applied with creativity, while scientific principles are applied in absolute or static manner. You cannot apply your own mind while examining or experimenting on scientific principles. The principles are static. You cannot innovate on that. You cannot add your own opinion in that. But in management principles, the person who is applying that principle can change according to the need of that organization. So in this way, the same principle that management is flexible is applied in this also. If you are incorporating your creativity, it means that management principles are flexible. The third one and the last one is management principles have to keep pace with the change in the environment. All the 3 points are interrelated to each other. Scientific principles do not change with the time. As we discussed, that scientific principles doesn't change with the time. The Newton's law, the Archimedes principle, the Einstein's principle are same. Even after 50 years, there will be no change in that principle. Some more points will be added when the scientific discoveries or getting some more refined knowledge, but that exact principle will never change. The law of gravity will never change, but the management principles will keep changing with the changing environment. Now we are going to compare the management principles versus management techniques. Okay, so in the second tabular comparative analysis, the first point, management principles are guidelines for action. The management principles that are being made by the renowned scholars of management and founder of any organization are guidelines how to execute the business plan and what type of moral principles are to be followed. For business, for profit making, every company doesn't compromise on the human sentiments, human emotions, and the well-being of the country. But in some countries, some companies are involved only in profit making. China is the burning example where companies are lacking in the noble intentions. They are involved only in profit making business. That's why they are threat to international community. That's why different leading nations and international bodies have started boycotting Chinese companies because their intention is not noble. They are just hoarding the market with inferior quality of goods. They are only involved in profit making. Such type of intention is lethal for existence of humankind. That's why different companies and different nations have posed restrictions with the trade that is happening from China. If any company who is involved in business relation with China, the restrictions, as Modi government has also imposed several restrictions on Chinese companies. Earlier, China was dominating Indian market in different types of goods and services like electronics items, IT, mobile communication. In all the important field, Chinese companies were dominating Indian market. But Indian government realized that we need to be self-dependent for our requirements, our needs. And that's why different types of government policies were framed: Make in India, Skill India, Digital India, ODOP, subsidy, and different other promotional programs. Making people digitally literate is one of the campaign. Both central and state government are involved in promotion of such campaigns because we need to improve the life standard of our common citizens. We have to increase the level of our life standard. We also need to increase the level of literacy. That's why we will be able to generate proper employment for our citizens, and the issues of unemployment, poverty will be eradicated out. This is the sole objective of any government that is having noble intentions. Okay, now the second parameter, that is management principles are more flexible while management techniques are less flexible. Management principles are flexible while the technique that is involved in their implementation are not flexible, because the rules are not flexible, but the people who are implementing that rule, they can use their own mind, they can modify the things. Now we will compare the management principles and values. Values are the guidelines. Values are the specific pathway with noble intentions. If you are having some values in your own personality, you will always be guided to do positive things. So in this analysis, the first point is management principles are guidelines for managerial actions, while values are guidelines for human behavior. But all these things are interrelated. Even if you are working as a manager, you are guided by your own intentions as well, your human sentiment. That's why we need that. We understand that any particular decision making is also impacted by your own sentiments, your own mindsets. You cannot always negate that, because you are not machine. Any human being who is involved in decision making, his decision making is always inspired by his own personality, his own thinking, his own journey, his own educational background, and what were his experiences. Okay, You can never separate the human sentiment from human decision making, but there should always be a positive framework. The manager should always keep positive mindset before decision making. And the second point is management principles are technical in nature, while values are ethical in nature. Values comes from ethics. What is true as per the society, as per the nationalism, as per the requirement of the goods and services. If you are supplying proper goods and services without any hidden intention, your intention should always be noble. You have to serve the society. Even if you are involved in a profit making business, your intention should always be noble. While management principles are technical in nature, it is not behavioral aspect. Any management principles are made by the scholars, by the renowned management graduates, but how to apply that, how to add human sentiments, and how that decision will impact the society is to be always taken care. Okay, in the coming lecture we will discuss the nature, feature or characteristics of management principles. Okay, bye.